Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Here are discussion on the topic understanding the physiology of motivation. This conversation we with Maya. So let's start. Hello, Maya.
Hey there. How's your Saturday treating you?
Hello, Maya. How are you?
I'm good. Just here, ready to talk about whatever, from big questions to totally random thoughts. What's going on with you?
Maya, I have a topic understanding the physiology of motivation. So I have some question on the topic. I ask with you. Uh, so let's start. Number one, my first question: what is motivation, and why is it essential for human behavior?
Good question. Motivation basically drives us. It's that whole biological programming where we feel these internal pushes towards certain things. Most basic answer, pleasure versus pain. You want to feel good, you want to avoid what sucks. But here's where it gets interesting. Motivation isn't just about immediate comfort. Evolution wired us this way because dopamine, pleasure chemicals, they don't just reward finished tasks, they predict them. It's anticipation, curiosity, all that restless energy when you're starting something new. Essential to human behavior. Without it, we just sit still, staring at walls. We needed to get up, feed ourselves, connect with people, everything that actually keeps us alive. Makes sense to start there? Want me to keep going? Are you thinking about something specific?
Uh, yes. My next question: how do in, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation differ?
Oh man, this is the meat of it. Intrinsic is like you do something because it makes you feel alive, right? Building your personal brand online because you actually enjoy telling stories, making connections, not cause it might get you more followers or make money or whatever. Extrinsic, classic carrot and stick external rewards. Money, praise, the relief of escaping punishment. Here's the weird part. Extrinsic can work short term, but it's kind of shallow. Give someone a cookie every time they post content, and once they stop getting cookies, poof. Intrinsic, blah, 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 blah. It builds momentum. You get good at something, you see progress, and that kicks off its own reward cycle. Like people chase money, but genuinely curious people spend years on hard problems just because they want to know. The trick is most stuff blends both. Even intrinsic motivation is kind of nudged by expectations from others, right?
Okay, okay. My next question: what role do goals play in shaping motivation?
Goals are like the cheat codes for motivation. They take that messy, chaotic energy and give it focus. Hey, brain, there's a target, go. But they have to be right or they'll kill you. Vague goals like get healthier, forget it. Way too general. But it's something like meditate 5 minutes every morning this week. Bam, you got something concrete. It's interesting how different goals hit us, like achievement goals versus learning goals. Your brain processes those differently. Achievement makes you obsess over performance. You get caught in comparison loops. Learning feels naturally compelling, builds mastery. Also, this part long term goals matter, but they're actually terrible motivators unless you break them into tiny chunks. Your brain doesn't care about the finish line and cares about the next step. Well, what kind of goals have you been playing with lately?
Okay,
Thinking it through? Or do you want to jump to the next question?
okay.
I can paste to whatever works for you. Sweet. What's next on your list?
How does self determination theory explain a human motivation?
Oh man. SDT, love this one. This theory basically says we've got three core needs that power motivation, autonomy, competence, relatedness. Autonomy is that I'm choosing this feeling. Competence, you're actually good at something, like real skill building. Relatedness is feeling part of a community, like you matter. When these three hit, that's when motivation gets locked in, turns into flow. The funny thing is, most environments kill it. Schools, most workplaces, micromanagers, trash autonomy, right? Feedback that's judgmental makes you feel incompetent, not skilled. People who make you feel alienated or just another cog in a machine. SCT is why those motivational posters with eagles soaring through mountains don't work. You need to actually design experiences that feed these needs directly. That's why things like creating content you genuinely believe in work for you checks all three boxes. Make sense?
Okay.
You
Uh,
catching all this? I know it's a lot of terminology, SCT, intrinsic versus extrinsic. It all kind of layers together once it clicks.
okay. Why do people lose motivation even when they have clear goals?
Because clear goals aren't magic, right? Sometimes you get choice paralysis. Too many options and you can't pick, so you pick none. Classic decision fatigue. More often, it's that dopamine thing I mentioned earlier, that predictive reward cycle. If the progress is too slow, your brain gives up anticipating it. That's why projects get abandoned halfway through. Another big one is identity match. Like the goal might be perfect for ends, but does your brain think you're the kind of person who actually achieves this? If you deep down don't believe you're a writer, building an audience online will feel hopeless. Then there's environment. Are people around you supporting or subtly sabotaging you? And this is huge lack of meaningful feedback. When no one notices what you're doing, or the feedback you do get is vague or pointless, motivation just evaporates. Why are you asking? Lost steam on something? Or are you more trying to get a full picture of the whole motivation landscape? Sometimes people lose motivation when their goals aren't in sync with who they are deep down, like hitting reset on a path you thought you wanted, and suddenly it feels all wrong. Make sense?
Okay. How can emotion influence our level of motivation?
Emotions are basically motivation steroids, for better or worse. Fear tanks your motivation, fear of failure, especially. Your brain flips into survival mode. Get up before you get hurt. Excitement amps it up. That jittery energy when you're about to launch something new, pure dopamine flood. But here's what trips people up: negative emotions aren't automatically bad for motivation. Sometimes anger is pure fuel. Think outrage turning into action. Sadness can make you feel useless, but other times you get this focused intensity, like working through grief by creating something art, writing. Best case, learning to surf on the momentum of these wild emotional waves instead of fighting them. Too many people try to wait for motivation to be perfect, calm, zen, ready. That's never happening. You gotta work with whatever you've got. You notice this with your son? Like with Yarny, what moves him? You
Okay.
feeling okay?
Okay.
Not quite landing today?
Um,
Wanna take a minute? Or we could switch it up. Maybe talk about something lighter for a sec. Cool.
my
What are you working on this weekend? Just chill time or got something brewing?
Maya, my last question is, what strategies can help maintain motivation during challenges or setback?
Okay, last one. Good one to end on. First, reframe the setback as practice, not failure. Your brain hates loss, so acknowledge it, then treat it as data. Okay, that didn't work. What can I learn? Second, remember why you started. Like, actually remember the energy from the beginning. The problem is, once you hit the wall, all that initial passion feels distant. Journaling helps with this one. Go back and find your old excitement. Third, micro wins. Stop trying to fix everything at once. Find one tiny thing you can achieve today. Boosters your dopamine, breaks that spiral. Here's where SCT comes back during setbacks. You need to protect your autonomy. Don't ask for random advice or listen to negative voices that crush your spirit. Remember those three needs? Lean into one you can actually control. And listen, sometimes the real solution is to quit. That's counterintuitive, but real. You've got limited energy. Don't keep pouring gas on dead flames. Does that help?
Thank you, Maya, so much for of our answer or very detailed each answer. So thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Hey, glad it clicked. Motivation can be one of those topics where everything sounds simple in theory but gets messy in real life. You okay to keep going, or is that a good